Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Kimmy Learns About Implicit Bias by Anna Hodder and Michael Rodriguez. Previously on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt Season 3. 1. Kimmy gets hired by her former Columbia classmate, Zach, at a tech startup company called GizTube. 2. Jacqueline decides to become a talent agent and signs Titus as a client. Note, this episode takes place at the start of Season 4. Teaser. Fade in. Exterior, Spanish bodega in East Dogma, Manhattan, after dark. A New York City street lamp flickers in the night sky. Go close up on a tiny pair of glow-in-the-dark wheels cruising down the sidewalk. Pull out to reveal Kimmy Schmidt, 30, dragging a Betty Spaghetti luggage with light-up wheels down the curb. Titus and Lillian follow behind.
People in tech are so cool. It's literally the future Titus, which is weird because I was like in a bunker for 15 years, so I think this is the future. So then this trip is like a time machine into the future. I wonder if NSYNC is still a thing.
I can't believe you're leaving New York, Kim Cattrall. I've been seeing the city through your eyes for so long that what you just said makes total sense to me. I'll be lost without you.
It's just one work trip to Palo Alto, Titus. You'll be fine. I'll bring you a souvenir from the future.
As a woman who lived through Bill Cosby's prime, things are not always better in the future. But then again, Kanye West says racism is over in America, so what do I know? The man's a genius. I like how he yells.
They arrive at 3-Star Deli, home of the second-best chopped cheese. The storefront has storm gates down over the glass windows. 2 Hispanic women stand smoking in front of the shutters.
Shoot! They're closed.
No, it's just after 9 o'clock. You have to ask them for what you want, and they'll grab it for you.
Kimmy looks at the boarded-up shop and the woman out front, confused. She looks back at Titus, head buried in his phone. Kimmy takes out some cash and approaches one of the women outside.
Excuse me, I would like to purchase some last-minute red vines for my flight to LA.
No, Thumbelina. These women don't work here. Ask the bodega cat in the night window.
He points to the small, bulletproof window next to the door. In the booth behind the glass, a bodega cat meows. Note, these bulletproof bodega windows are customary in Spanish Harlem after a certain hour.
Oh, I've never seen one of those before.
The women laugh, exit. Kimmy places the cash through the window and the bodega cat paws her red vines, a travel toothbrush, and a loose cigarette. The bodega cat hisses, throwing her change back at Kimmy, and shuts the window. On Kimmy, picking up the coins.
Titus, was that bad?
It's fine. I'll give you a ghetto pass since you've never seen a bodega window before.
He hands her a piece of paper which says, "Ghetto pass. Please allow Kimmy back into Washington Heights."
But remind me to have a talk with you about unconscious bias.
It's okay, sweetheart. We all have our blind spots. Like those horses in Central Park that can't see right or left. Or how Bill de Blasio can't see homeless people. We can't help it. We're only human. Or in de Blasio's case, part lizard Illuminati.
We each carry our own assumptions and biases into everyday life. It's just about calling them out and when we see them.
Kimmy nods. Special effects. Ding! Kimmy's phone beeps. She checks the screen.
Dang it! Zach's already at the airport and he's asking where I am. Our flight isn't for an hour. What's the rush?
This is a post-9/11 world, Kim K. You gots to go, girl. It will take long enough to find a cab in this neighborhood.
Special effects. Car screech! Go to a cab going to the opposite way does a full U-turn to pick up Kimmy. She begins loading her luggage into the trunk, on Titus' disbelief. End teaser. Act 1. Exterior, an azure sky over a convention center parking lot in Palo Alto, California. Day. See a plane flying high overhead as we pan to a busy convention center parking lot. A sweeping banner overhead announces, "We warned you, the 6th Annual Artificial Intelligence Conference 2019. A long line snakes through the parking lot as we find Kimmy and her GizTube boss, Zach, bones as fragile as his heart, who are almost at the front. Kimmy wears a business suit with some 1980s shoulder pads action. She stands out in the monochrome crowd.
There are so many palm trees in the future. I can't believe people come here from all over the world to talk about the robot apocalypse.
We've been over this. It's called artificial intelligence. Robots aren't going to annihilate the human race. Artificial intelligence is.
The line moves and they step to the front. A very lifelike robot clutching a tablet awaits them.
Welcome to We Warned You 2019, the AI Conference for the Future. if there is one. Can I please have your full name or serial number?
Schmidt, Kimmy. Here by way of New York.
Robot scrolls on his tablet.
Remember, the whole point of this conference is a venture capitalist competition today at 3. The prize is 26 coins.
Coins? Is it gold or chocolate? Please let it be chocolate.
It's 26 Bitcoin, Kimmy. That's $26,000. 3 times my original bar mitzvah Kickstarter goal.
I knew that. I'm not disappointed.
Okay, we have to talk to as many venture capitalists as possible to get picked by the judges. Then we can finally give people real health insurance instead of those Band-Aids and hand sanitizers.
Don't worry. I always get picked for stuff. Dodgeball teams, customer satisfaction surveys, that Woody Allen film I auditioned for when I got stuck on the Coney Island cyclone. I'm your girl.
You're not on the list. Are you sure you're not here for the virtual reality conference? VRCon is down the street at the Marriott. But fair warning, it's mostly porn now.
No, we're supposed to be here. Look under GitzTube.
Searching for JizzTube. There you are. Here are your name tags.
Robot hands him name tags. Go close up on Kimmy's, which reads Mr. Jimmy Schmidt.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Robot Person, sir, ma'am?
I have no gender.
Right, well, I do. My tag says Mr. Jimmy Schmidt.
Since 99.72% of attendees are male, Mr. is the default prefix.
Okay, but did it have to change my name to Jimmy?
Please proceed to the gate, sir. You are holding up the line.
Kimmy's mouth drops. Zach shuffles her along as they move from the table into the conference. Kimmy takes in her surroundings, a sea of male conventioneers all dressed in the same business casual attire.
Wow. I guess I didn't realize how much of a sausage fest California would be.
Kimmy puts on the name tag.
You don't have to wear that.
No, I'm Jimmy now. I guess I'll have to learn how to tie a tie and how to talk over someone really loudly if they're disagreeing with me. How do you pee standing up?
A suit overhears this and makes a disgusted face.
This is going to be harder than I thought.
On Zach and Kimmy, lost in the sea of monochrome. Exterior, graying sky over Midtown East Manhattan, day. Special effects. Caw-caw! A flock of vultures circle the iconic Chrysler Building. Interior Chrysler Building, 21st floor, UTI elevator bank, continuous. Jacqueline exits the elevator with a full power strut. Behind her, the pristine white wall reads UTI, United Talent Industry. She arrives at the hallway glass doors and pushes. Locked. On the other side of the glass, we see the UTI receptionist, headphones on, asleep at the desk. Jacqueline rattles the door to no avail. She takes off her high heel, backs up, and slams the heel into the tip of the glass, shattering it all over the floor. With a jolt, the receptionist wakes up. Jacqueline steps over the glass shards.
Clean this up, and then tell whatever talk show host that got you hired to kill himself.
On the receptionist, running to clean up the glass. Interior, Jacqueline's office, United Talent Industry, moments later. A barefoot Jacqueline arrives at her desk to find a folded note under a piece of chocolate. She drops the chocolate in the trash, opening the note. So you haven't crashed and burned. Happy 3 months. Love, your UTI family. She holds the note dear to her chest. She opens her blinds, revealing hordes of vultures circling the window in the background. Enter Barker Badman, UTI's star agent.
Jacqueline, darling, I see you got our gift. You know, most new agents don't make it past the first 3 weeks. You must be really special.
Barker Badman? I must be if UTI's best agent has time to barge into my office entirely unannounced. To what do I owe the unscheduled pleasure? And please, answer in 30 seconds or less.
She gestures for him to have a seat on a PB-teen faux frivolicious exercise ball chair. They sit and bounce.
I'm just getting fisted by all this work for these high-profile clients. Sans lube. And I'm like, leave me alone, or I don't care if you are the ghost of rock legend Prince.
Oh, yes. Tell me about it. That's me every day.
I mean, if you ever wanted help, I guess I could make time between instigating Dream Kardashian's Twitter feuds.
I don't know, Jacqueline. You're still new here. We all have to pay our dues.
Please, Barker, you know I can handle bigger clients. Just this morning, I booked a client a recurring spot on To Catch a Predator. I know my way around that casting couch.
I admire your ambition, Jackie Chan, I do. Maybe I'll add you to the team for one of my boys, and we'll see how it goes.
Really? You do that for me? I would ask if I'm dreaming, but I had that part of my brain surgically removed following a week of Mitch McConnell's Sexception, a sexual version of Inception in which a bigoted congressman penetrates your dreams using contraband Japanese technology.
Yes, I'm familiar with the technology. And Jacqueline, here at UTI, we share clients. We all loved what you said at the board meeting. It's time to take this company into the future.
Right? Everything's so old-fashioned here. When I first started, they wanted to give me a tour of a mailroom. I mean, we need a better way to get our news.
In the hallway outside Jacqueline's office, a mailroom trainee pushes a mail cart, 1950s trolley cart, and rings a bell, think town crier, as he walks by.
Deadline reports a new development deal between the CW and the Vampire Diaries. 8 new episodes coming this fall.
Barker turns back to Jacqueline.
You're a vulture, Jacqueline. Every good agent is.
Barker exits, on Jacqueline taking the compliment. She found where she belongs. In the background, a vulture scoops a squirrel out of a nearby tree. Interior, Starbucks in East Dogmouth, Manhattan, same day. Lillian and Titus stand in line surrounded by yoga moms wielding bougie strollers.
This place gives me the creeps. I've never seen so many white babies in my life, and I went to preschool during Jim Crow.
I don't like it either, Lillian, but since Kimmy's off riding in the rocket with Elon Musk and the cast of Black Mirror, you're my acting manager.
Well then, can I get an advance because a cup of Joe's $7 here?
Titus steps up to the barista.
Yes, hi. I have a reservation under Jacqueline White. She's my agent. We're meeting here on official entertainment business, of course. Otherwise, I'd just get coffee at the 7-Eleven where I get my mail.
We don't take reservations. Does this look like Le Pen Quotidien to you?
Follow Titus's point of view as we see a second barista with a megaphone call out a name.
Tall skinny coconut latte for Brittany, no whip.
Barista 2 slides the cup on the counter. It glides to the edge where it meets Lillian's hand.
Hey, you can't just stand there.
He points to a sign on the counter that reads, "We serve tall, blonde, and flat white."
We still talking about coffee? See the world through Kimmy's eyes, Titus.
Barista 2 slides a new drink across the table.
Grande black for Taylor.
Titus eyes the cup, reaches for it. As he turns around to find a table of police officers stops him.
I saw you eyeing that coffee. You're gonna have to leave.
But sir, all I did was look at the drink and pee a little in my pants.
That's it. I'm calling for backup.
The officer reaches for his radio.
Don't shoot. I identify as a rich white lady.
Yeah, and I identify as a rich white lady's younger, more politically aware sister.
Looks like we got another incident in Starbucks off Douglas. I'm calling this a code Rashomon. I repeat, this is the iconic 1950s Japanese period piece about the power of perspective come to life. I studied film in college.
Titus and Lillian, hands in the air, on the dynamic duo's fate in a New York devoid of kimminess. Interior, Convention Center in Palo Alto, morning. Kimmy and Zach walk the sprawling convention hall. A female robot with huge breasts winks at him. On a sign next to it, Titbot, Roomba with boobs. A tech nerd is tinkering with her cleavage. At one booth, a presenter stands before a small crowd, presenting a new product, Brobot 3000.
Give a round of applause for Brobot, everybody, the future of man's best friend.
The crowd around the booth applauds.
Dude, did you see they're doing an Ocean's 11 remake with all women? I'm not saying women aren't funny, but if it ain't broken, don't put Sandra Bullock in it. You know what I mean?
That's what Silicon Valley's best and brightest came up with?
A man across the convention throws Brobot a football.
Hey, Brobot, go along.
Brobot catches it. The crowd applauds.
Focus, Kimmy. We're here to meet venture capitalists. Have you ever been to a networking event?
Yes, but it's turned out to be a street gang initiation.
Kimmy lifts her sleeve. Go close up on a tattoo of a vulture clawing at a wiener dog with memories in cursive.
We don't live in a great neighborhood.
Okay. I've optimized a process map of how to locate, approach, and pitch to potential investors.
Zach pulls out a pamphlet with an intricate flowchart. Go close up. Step 1, locate.
First, locate. I can't see faces, so I've broken it down to the following identifiers. Unlike most people here, VCs wear button-downs, make eye contact, and shower regularly.
They spot a classic suit on his phone.
Yeah, I bet he showers.
Then it's time to approach and pitch. Studies show that people are 74% more receptive to new ideas if you engage them in familial small talk and wear purple. Observe.
Zach throws on a purple ski jacket and walks up to the suit. He tries to jokingly punch him in the arm, but misses. After he regains his balance,
What's happening, Broseph? What's going on? What you squatting these days? 110? 120? Looking real good, my man. Looking real good.
Excuse me, what are you trying to do here?
I'm exploring our mutual interest in anaerobic exercise. Dude.
The only thing you should be exploring is cognitive behavioral therapy. Here, take this card. Dr. Gershman has helped me through a lot. You must fight the stigma against mental illness, bruh.
the suit struts away. Kimmy walks over to a forlorn Zach.
Did it work? Did he give us the butt coins?
I don't know what happened. I did exactly what the flowchart says.
Well, if my all-white middle school stage production of Huckleberry Finn taught me anything, sometimes it's better to go off book.
A dapper man in a button-down rolls past them on a hoverboard. It's now or never.
Bingo, flamingo. Hello there, sir. Do you happen to own a cellular phone?
Do I own a cell phone? Yes. Do you not?
You're not wearing purple.
Well, what if I told you that on top of making prank calls and taking pictures of dogs that look like presidents, you can now use your phone to play a food-based multiplayer game called GizTube.
Are you trying to pitch me right now?
Like a tent in a rainstorm.
Okay, what she meant to say was, hi, I'm Zach. What's your favorite Phil Collins song? Mine's A Groovy Kind of Love, 'cause it's groovy, like me. Now that we bonded, have you ever wondered how the perfect wet food algorithm could cut your CPU compression rate in half?
The man stares at Zach. A beat. He turns to Kimmy.
My VC firm is always looking for new, fresh-faced talent. How about you come to the VIP party before the competition? Elon Musk and Richard Branson are going to have an actual dick measuring contest. It's going to be epic. I'll introduce you to the guys and we can talk more there.
I've been to parties. I know how it works.
See you later then.
He winks at Kimmy, glides away on his hoverboard.
Elon Musk and Richard Branson? Those guys are colonizing Mars. I got banned from Space Mountain because I kept puking. We should just stick to the flowchart and focus on the VCs.
Kimmy grabs Zach by the shoulders and shakes him hard.
Well, tough luck, champ. I didn't come all the way to California to give up when things get hard. You heard that, man? There will be VCs at the party. This is our chance. We are going to that party and we will win. Or my name isn't Jimmy Cornelius Schmidt.
On Kimmy's determination. Act 2. Interior Starbucks in East Ogmouth, Manhattan. Morning. Lillian sits dramatically propped up on a table. Sitting behind her, Titus rolls his eyes. We turn to reveal her delivering her testimony to the entire NYPD SWAT team.
You want to know what really happened here?
Interior, Starbucks in East Ogmouth, Manhattan. Lillian's flashback. Lillian and Titus enter, taking in the sights of the bourgeoisie clientele.
There I was, my first time in a damn Starbucks, because what do I look like? Some bougie Teach for America scholar? I didn't know what to get. I like my coffee black with maybe a hint of asbestos. Maybe. So I'm staring at the menu.
We see Titus walk up to the barista, who is now also wearing a police uniform. Titus approaches him.
Yes, hi. We have a reservation under Jacqueline White. I'm here with my manager. She gets 40% of all my gross profits because I trust her with my business, and she's a dear friend.
Titus smiles at Lillian.
That's when the drink came ricocheting towards me like a bullet, or another thing that ricochets.
Tall skinny coconut latte for Brittany, no whip.
Go slow-mo as the cup glides across the table. Lillian's eyes grow wide. The cup slides off the table as she springs into action. She jumps, lands on her stomach, holding the coffee like a diamond. Back to Interior Starbucks in East Ogmouth, Manhattan. Present, continuous. Everywhere is where we left them.
And I never did see Titus again.
I'm right here, Lillian.
The story is obviously fake, but let's just give her a warning. She's just an old lady.
Yeah, and she kind of looks like my old drama teacher. Besides, we know the black guy did it, right?
What are you talking about? I stole a drink. Arrest me, you pigs.
Excuse me, this is profiling, and I shouldn't be treated this way because of my pretty privilege. You want to know what really happened here? Buckle up. It's not over until the slightly off goal weight Titus sings.
On Titus's courage. Interior, VIP lounge at Palo Alto Convention Center, afternoon. A sea of suit-clad high rollers rub shoulders in a cushy party space. A few women wear skin-tight dresses. We pan to Kimmy and Zach, taking it in.
Do you think this is it? He said party, but I don't see any cake.
Welcome to Palo Alto, Kimmy. This is what you get from the place that created James Franco.
A man walks past them, followed by Titbot carrying wine.
Okay, there are 379 people here. At a rate of 35.2 seconds per pitch, it'll take us 3.705 hours to get to everyone. We can't cover them together. Let's split up.
Oh no, that's how bad stuff starts in movies.
I'm going to try and find Mark Zuckerberg. How do you say "in the air tonight" in Russian?
Zach hobbles off into the crowd. An uneasy Kimmy walks backwards when suddenly Dapper Man comes up behind her and grabs her by the shoulder.
Hey, you.
Kimmy screams and whips round. Her bunker reflexes kick in and she punches him right in the stomach. Dapper Man doubles over in pain.
Oh my god, I am so sorry. I thought you were the ghost from Scooby-Doo.
Wow. It's okay. I like a feisty woman.
Where's your team? Are they ready to have their minds blown?
Actually, I was hoping we could go somewhere a little more private to talk. Growth strategies.
He gestures towards a door that says second location. Kimmy's smile fades.
So you're not interested in my pitch? I should probably go find my boss.
Kimmy storms away to the bar. She rests her head on the counter.
I shouldn't have come to the future. It's full of creeps. Silicon Valley isn't fun at all.
A woman in a dark suit turns to her. This is Terri Lee.
I hear you, sister. Hi, I'm Terri, and you look how I feel. It's nice to meet you. Jimmy?
Kimmy looks down at her name tag.
It's pronounced Kimmy. This party is the worst. I promised my boss I would pitch our app to these fancy venture capitalists, but they don't take me seriously at all.
Frustrated, Kimmy pulls out the shoulder pads from her blazer.
Meanwhile, he's over there, Mr. Popular.
We see Zach bent over. A tall man has him in a playful headlock and is messing with his hair.
Where's your boss?
Tech is a difficult business for women. When these guys look at you, all they see is a girlfriend, an assistant, and in most cases, both. We're at the mercy of men whose only daily female interaction is with Siri.
An angry techie walks by, yelling into his phone at Siri.
You know, you're really starting to sound like your mother.
Calling, mother. Silicon Valley's vision of the perfect woman includes an off switch.
It's so unfair. I'm trying just as hard as everybody here. GizTube is amazing, and I haven't been able to pitch it to anyone, and it's because I'm their blind spot.
Well, hypothetically, if you could pitch it, what would you say?
On Kimmy as her smile grows 3 sizes. She takes a deep breath as we cut to interior, Jacqueline's office, United Talent Industry, day. Jacqueline stares at a dozen headshots on her desk. 12 male faces smile up at her. She picks up one of a red-headed man that could be Ed Sheeran.
Oh, Kimmy. Everyone here sucks. But at least they respect me. They think I'm a vulture. And you and I both know if I were any bird, it'd be the Honduran emerald meat gobbler. And not because they can store 3 weeks' worth of food under their tongue. But I'm doing really well. Barker Badman gave me 12 more of his clients today. I just started here and I already represent the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Help me.
Special effects. Ding! Go close up on Jacqueline's phone to see a Google alert for Titus branding meeting.
Samantha, call Starbucks and have them push my reservation back an hour. Titus won't mind. I'm knee-deep in new talent over here.
A junior agent peeks in the room.
My name's Dana, and I'm not your assistant. I'm a junior agent.
You say Zendaya, I say Zendaya. Just make sure the interns don't mess up my lunch order again.
Like I said, it's 2018. They don't sell unfiltered cigarettes. Oh no, did they put you on damage control?
Damage control? These are my new clients. Barker gave them to me as a symbol of his submission. Beloved actors of the stage and screen, hosts of reality television competition franchises, cultural backbone of America.
These guys are all of UTI's clients, who are about to be exposed for sexual assault scandals.
That's impossible. They're so rich and handsome.
I'm sorry, Jacqueline, it's already over Twitter. Hashtag not my UTI is trending. Not sure they thought that one through.
The junior agent shows Jacqueline a phone screen that's blowing up with Twitter notifications.
Oh my god. This is a Code Simpson, and not OJ. Jessica.
On Jacqueline, dashing out of her office. Interior, Barker Badman's corner office moments later. Special effects. Swoosh. Barker throws a dart at a dartboard in his office. As he removes the dart, reveal a tape photo of child actor Jacob Tremblay at the center. Jacqueline enters. He is talking on a Bluetooth headset.
Tell Jacob to pick up the phone right now. I don't care if he has homeroom. I'm his agent until the papers are signed. Hello. Hello.
Barker, we have to talk. Why would you do this to me?
Barker hangs up the phone and chuckles. He slow claps as he approaches Jacqueline.
Congratulations, Jacqueline. So you figured it out. I thought it would take you longer. I'm not going to tank my career because a couple of idiots don't know how to wipe a cell phone. Your career, on the other hand.
Barker gives Jacqueline a thumbs down and makes a wet fart sound with his mouth.
This business takes balls, sweetheart. Looks like yours haven't dropped yet.
Jacqueline bows her head, exits, on her walking down the hallway deflated. Exterior, Convention Center parking lot, Palo Alto, day. A gust of wind blows the large banner from earlier until only part of it can be seen. We warned you. Interior, VIP lounge at Palo Alto Convention Center, continuous. Two suits sit on the floor cross-legged, fingering each other's hair, obviously under the influence of some drug. Pull out to reveal the party has devolved into a puddle of mattresses on the floor full of conventioneers and high rollers engaged in heavy petting. In the middle of it, we find Kimmy crawling through the puddle of people.
I guess Cuddle Puddle has a different meaning on the East Coast.
She takes out a notebook that says things that are not what you think, and adds Cuddle Puddle under bumfiddle, poppers, teabagging, tossing salad, semen. She keeps crawling until she finds Zach, shirtless and with his tie hanging around his neck. Kimmy notices he's shirtless.
Chest berries? I mean, nothing. And what's happening to your face?
Zach's face is bright red and showing signs of a rash.
Maybe you have to get me out of here. I'm allergic to body contact.
And you came here? Okay, follow my lead.
Kimmy carves a path through the writhing bodies and Zach follows on his hands and knees. As they crawl, various hands land on their shoulders.
No, thank
No
you.
thanks. No thanks.
Pardon me.
No thanks.
Oops. No means no.
They arrive at a table and crawl underneath.
Why didn't you tell me this was a SEX party?
It's not a sex party. It's just nerds on a couch. Cuddle parties are standard in the tech industry. It's all on the flowchart.
It's literally making your skin peel. And no one here even wants to network. The guy that invited me just wanted me because of my healthy set of teeth. I can't help it. The only person who talked to me was the woman running the bar.
Kimmy points to Terri Lee, who watches the puddle from the bar. She gets a message on her BlackBerry and leaves.
Kimmy, that's Terri Lee. She's one of the most powerful VCs at this conference. Please tell me you follow the flowchart.
I don't know. I didn't think she was...
Oh my god.
This is your fault.
Oh, please. Tell me how this is my fault.
You taught me how to network. You programmed me like a robot that only prints Mr. name tags.
What?
I only listened to you because I thought this place was the future, and everything is shinier and better in the future, just like in Blade Runner.
You clearly haven't seen that movie. And now our chance of getting a VC to invest in JizzTube is ruined.
Zach leaves, on Kimmy, alone under a table.
He's right. It doesn't matter. I blew it.
Kimmy melts onto the floor as bodies writhe around her. Act 3, interior Starbucks in East Dogmouth, Manhattan. Meanwhile, the barista sits lotus-style on a table, flanked behind him by an angry Lillian and Titus.
Look, working at Starbucks does not make you a monster. In fact, let me tell you why I am the real victim in this story.
Titus and Lillian groan loudly. Interior, Starbucks in East Dogmouth, barista's flashback. We're in black and white. The barista wipes down the counter in an espresso machine, wearing a Starbucks uniform decorated with military-style badges and pins.
I started today like I do every morning, at 6 a.m. with a naive hope that just once things would be different. But of course,
The barista hands a drink to a yuppie bro.
Are you stupid? I said unsweetened almond milk. Try, not sweetened almond ice. Try with milk.
He throws his drink in the barista's face. On the barista, on the ground, wiping up the mess on the floor.
It went exactly like that the day before. And the day before that. That's when I met our friend Titus.
Montage of drinks being thrown in the barista's face day after day. Titus enters. He's wearing a black hoodie, low-hanging jeans, and a baseball hat.
Yo, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling real thirsty. Problem is, I ain't got my drug money today.
Back to interior Starbucks in East Dogmouth, Manhattan, present. Titus interrupts the barista's testimony.
Hold up, what now? I did not say any of that.
He said it with his eyes.
Hey, Titus' eyes are very expressive, but they're still unmistakably gay.
Yeah, you're canceled, barista boy.
Titus jumps towards the barista and the cops intervene. Titus, Lillian, the barista, and cops all start yelling over each other. Customers take out their cell phones and start recording.
And where the hell is Jacqueline?
On the escalating conflict. Interior, UTI office kitchen, Chrysler building, same time. Jacqueline screws open a bottle of vodka and starts pouring it into a tall glass filled with ice.
Well, it's Mitch McConnell's sex fiesta somewhere.
On the kitchen TV, we see reporters in a Fashion Police-style studio speaking over paparazzi photos of a woman arriving to court.
24-year-old Monica, among the women accusing UTI clients of sexual impropriety, appeared in court today in a tight-fitting black suit that accentuates her tiny waist and sexy stilettos.
Enraged, Jacqueline hacks a lemon in two for garnish. Jacqueline picks up the lemon halves.
I'll show you what I'll do to your balls.
She squeezes. Lemon juice splashes into the glass.
This to me movement is turning into a real he said, she 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 said. We can't keep track.
Jacqueline focuses on the TV. Reporter 2 looks through the camera right at Jacqueline.
The people have spoken and they want more of Monica. Maybe a guest judge spot on Project Runway? Next up, we'll show you the 3 ways to drive your sex robot wild in bed.
Jacqueline glances from the squashed lemon in her hands to the crisp glass of hard lemonade. Game on. Interior Starbucks in East Dogmouth, Manhattan. Present, continuous. Titus sits kneeling on the floor of the barren Starbucks, delivering his testimony to a figure off screen.
It began like any ordinary day. Or, should I say, as ordinary a day as one could get for someone as extraordinary as Titus.
He closes his eyes, imagining. Interior Starbucks in East Dogmouth, Manhattan. Titus flashback. Titus walks into Starbucks where they are playing his hit song from season 3, Boobs in California, on the loudspeaker. The barista notices Titus enter.
I immediately noticed the barista's eyes on me. He looked like he wanted me dead, so naturally I thought he was trying to sleep with me. Death stares have always been an important homosexual cruising ritual, which made my date with a young Jeffrey Dahmer particularly confusing. But he was still discovering himself, so here I am.
Go to the barista, suspiciously making a phone call as Titus approaches the counter. Titus looks up at the menu. White people nonsense, you can't afford it, sis.
I'll have a large water, please, and I think I'll just look for a seat. I'm here for a meeting with my white agent.
The barista reluctantly pours a water. Titus smiles.
Tall, skinny, coconut latte for Brittany, no whip.
Barista 2 hands the drink directly to Lillian.
That's me. Thank you, dear.
Titus looks back at the sign that reads, "We serve tall, blonde, and flat white."
See the world through Kimmy's eyes, Titus.
Barista 2 slides a new drink across the table. Go close up on the name written in Sharpie. Titus. Titus eyes the cup, reaches for it. He blinks, and the name changes back to Taylor. Decides not to steal the drink. Just then, a woman, Taylor, holding a crying baby, approaches Titus.
I'm sorry. Can you watch my drink? Thanks.
She exits, taking her baby to the bathroom.
Maybe Kanye was right. Racism is over in America. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have a hit song and a fancy agent. I'm so proud of me, Titus.
Titus picks up Taylor's drink and his water and turns to find the entire New York SWAT team staring right back at him.
Poopity scoop.
Back to interior Starbucks in East Dogmouth, Manhattan. Present, continuous. The officer looks out from his notebook.
Wait a second. Back up. You wrote Boobs in California?
You're familiar with my work.
It's my ringtone. I'm so sorry for the mix-up. This is so embarrassing.
You should be, handsome officer. But I learned something today. America is racist, and I'm successful. Kanye West was wrong and right at the same time, just like with everything else he says. Now, officers, I'd like to use my one phone call to call my agent.
Titus, Lillian, and the Starbucks employee get up from the floor. The entire store applauds. Lillian hugs a cop. Titus smiles. Interior, UTI boardroom, Chrysler building, later. Jacqueline stands at the head of a long table flanked by large spinning chairs. Barker enters in a huff.
What the hell is this meeting about, Jacqueline? And make it quick. My son's graduating today, and I have just enough time to drive by the school on the way to work drinks.
Jacqueline slams a squeezed lemon onto the table.
Ew. What is that?
A metaphor for your balls.
She walks up to Barker.
Don't get too close. I don't want to turn this into a Me Too moment.
It's a little late for that.
A mailroom trainee walks past the door with the mail cart, ringing his bell.
Extra, extra. UTI parts with controversial male clients following sexual assault allegations. Jacqueline White signs the 12 women at the center of the controversy.
Did you drop the clients I gave you? You idiot. Do you know how much money those men are worth?
Pocket change compared to what's coming to me. I could afford it. You were right about one thing. I am a vulture. Just not the kind you thought.
The leather chairs spin around to reveal 12 angry women sitting in them, the victims of UTI's complicity machine.
It's a different world now. Each of these women has a story and people want to hear them. They'll pay money to hear them. That's right, Barker. We can make money while elevating these people's stories, which I'm realizing now must have been the line they used to pitch MTV's Catfish. All they needed was the right agent. I'm tired of the boys' club.
Me too.
Me too.
Me 3.
You'll regret this, Jacqueline. You're flying too close to the sun. Soon you'll realize you should have never left so long.
I look forward to feeding on your rotting carcass, you evil son of a bitch.
Jacqueline spreads her arms up triumphantly, revealing fully ingrown wings of a vulture, a la Birdman. Interior, Palo Alto Conference Hall Auditorium, day. Kimmy slips into the room and joins the crowd. A spotlight hits the stage and a voice comes over the loudspeaker.
And now, robots and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. 2019's Venture Capital Competition. Representing this year's panel of VCs and here to reveal the winner of 26 Bitcoin. You all know who she is. You'll all know who she is when you see her. Terri Lee.
A few lonely claps.
Terry's the judge? Now we're totally screwed.
The spotlight follows Terri to center stage.
Palo Alto, how are you doing?
Take off your shirt.
Today I saw some pretty incredible companies at the cutting edge of AI technology. A fitness tracker that compares your step count to that of prison inmates in real time. A Netflix algorithm that predicts which true crime show your life might turn into. But the best pitch I've heard wasn't really a formal pitch at all. Kimmy Schmidt, are you there?
Terri finds Kimmy in the audience and smiles at her.
A lot of us forget why we're even in this business. It's that passion, that personal story that sets apart your product. Kimmy came into this industry with zeal and optimism, but instead of welcoming her talent, we told her she wasn't good enough to join Grootopia. Well, Kimmy, I saw how much you believed in Just 2 and the future, so I'm awarding you and your teams today's grand prize. Please, will you join me on stage to accept the reward?
A spotlight lands on a terrified Kimmy. She makes her way to the stage. A PA carries out a giant coin made of cardboard and hands it to her. Special effects. Feedback reverberates through a silent room.
Wow, thank you. This is the largest cookie I've ever seen. Terri is right. I came into the tech world with high hopes. I mean, you're the guys who created hoverboards and Dance Dance Revolution. You're my heroes. I thought this was the one place where smart, cool people got together to make a better future for everyone. Cool people like my boss, Zach.
Kimmy sees Zach listening intently a few rows deep.
Today, I learned the truth, that not even Silicon Valley is a perfect place. You rejected me for who I am, and what's worse is that I almost did the same thing to Terri, who I now realize is an incredibly powerful business lady and probably someone I could have based my 5th grade role model essay on, but that essay was due 18 years ago. What I'm saying is all of us have our own blind spots. That's just how we're programmed.
Gaining confidence, Kimmy puts down the coin and starts walking around the stage in an animated TED-esque gait.
It's our job to fight against our bias. Because guess what? Women can do anything. Invent computers, pull off buzz cuts, make awesome lists. And if we don't challenge our prejudice, we'll hardwire them into the future. But I'm ready to start making a change. Silicon Valley, are you with me?
Kimmy triumphantly pumps her fist into the air. The silence is deafening until Zach starts clapping. Soon everyone is applauding, on Kimmy smiling ear to ear. Interior, Palo Alto Conference Hall Auditorium, moments later. Kimmy descends from the stage to find Zach waiting for her.
I'm sorry I went off book.
No, it's good. That's why I hired you. You cover my blind spot.
Here's your big coin.
Thanks. I got something for you too. It's from the souvenir tent.
Zach opens his palm, revealing a golden-wrapped chocolate coin.
A souvenir from the future? I love it. Thank you. Can we please go back to New York? I miss my friends and complaining about how expensive toilet paper is.
Okay. Let's go.
Zach carries his big coin out of the conference. Kimmy smiles, looks back one last time at Silicon Valley, and departs, ready for New York. In the background, Brobot motorboats Titbot as static sparks fly. Fade to black.